p.m. last night, we received a call of a domestic disturbance at a location in Parish off of Amethyst Court. Deputies arrived on scene, started to talk to the wife, who was advising them that her husband had been drinking throughout the day. There was an argument that ensued. He at one point grabbed a firearm that he owns and left the house, and that she believed that he had walked behind the house, wooded area. There was some concern from her that he may harm himself, and as deputies are there talking to her, he comes around from the side of the house, and deputies are now focused on him. He's very belligerent, not complying to any of the commands that the deputies are giving him. At one point he says it's just going to be suicide by cop. He starts to walk away from the deputies back toward the side of the house. Deputies consistently giving him commands to stop, to put his hands up, to turn around. He does not follow any of those commands. At one point, one of the deputies informs him that she is about to tase him. He says he doesn't care. You're gonna have to kill me. He then pulls a .45 semi-automatic handgun from his waistband as he's turning toward the deputies, points it at the deputies, and my deputies fire. They strike him 3 times. One shot hit the right arm, one shot hit the left arm, and then he also took a round in the lower abdomen. At that point, my deputies become first responders and become paramedics. They get their trauma kits out, they apply the tourniquets, they apply a pad to the wound in the abdomen, and I am certain that they saved his life. He's still alive. He's at a local hospital. He is in critical but stable condition. And unfortunately, this is another senseless act of violence that confronted my deputies last night, and we had to react to his actions, and they had to defend themselves, and that's what they did. So I'm very proud of the deputies, the way that they conducted themselves, and the way that they tended to the needs of the suspect after he was shot. So that's where we're at currently with the investigation. There's still a lot going on. As you can imagine, the deputies are on paid administrative leave as a routine policy. But I'll take any questions that you have at this time.
How's the wife doing?
The wife is doing fine. We had our personnel out there with her last night. She seems to be fine. It's just it's traumatic. She went through a lot. He's gone through a lot. My deputies have gone through a lot as well. So it's just it's a difficult time for everyone.
Just talk about how dangerous it is responding to these type of calls. I mean, you just never know what you're going to come across.
Yeah, domestic related calls are always a concern. You're on high alert. You know that the scene can be volatile. You don't know what to expect. You just hope to have enough deputies on scene to keep everything covered while you're talking to the victim or trying to determine who the victim is. There's a lot that goes into communicating with them, and you can't keep your eye out of the danger zone. So they did a good job, all 3 of them. There were 3 deputies that responded, 2 that fired, but they took care of one another, and they took care of the suspect after he was shot.
Talk to me a little bit about what the deputies, they're on administrative leave. What are they doing? Is there counseling available? Or are they what's the procedure?
The protocol is that they will they'll all go through peer support before they are allowed to come back to work, to make sure that they are mentally okay to to return to work. And there's still an investigation going on, so there will be more interviews with all three of them before they are returned back to work. But the entire incident is also caught on body cam, so there's no question about what happened. It's all there in color for us to view. So body cams has been a huge investigative plus for us. There's no question.
This is the second deputy involved shooting in 2 weeks. We know Manatee County is growing, more people continue to move here. I guess what does that just highlight for your deputies, what they face every single day?
This is a dangerous job, and these men and women, they understand that. They take on that responsibility each and every day. You never know what's going to happen. So, we had a shooting last week, and here I am back in front of you. Less than a week has passed. I think that the training that they receive, the constant training that they receive on a yearly basis, and we just went through some shoot house training and also first aid trauma-related training. Those deputies, they were spot on when it came to applying the tourniquets, applying the pad for the open wound. They did everything that they could to save his life, and they did.
And what's that like for you as sheriff, getting those phone calls? You know what it's like to be on the road and on the street.
Yeah, it's stressful. I mean, I just want to make sure that when I get there, I want to make sure that my deputies are okay. And then once I know that they are okay, then we can focus on the investigation. But that's what I want to know when they call me. First thing I want to know is, are my deputies okay?
From beginning to end, how long did this whole thing take?
Well, we got the call around 10. The deputies responded. They got there about 10:02, and I would say roughly at 10:05, we're having to shoot the suspect. So very, very quick. They were, like I said, they were giving him commands. He just was not going to have anything to do with that. He was not going to listen to us, and he had his mind made up, it appears.